Hello everybody, it's Bonnie from Bonnie's Pretty Puppet Reborn and Doll Nursery. How is everyone today? Well, I hope you're feeling well, have been able to spend some time with those that you love, accomplish a few things you set out to do, and I certainly hope that you've had a chance to laugh and play and joke and be yourself today. Well, today is Monday, so happy Monday. I'm so excited. The weather has just been perfect. Today it's only going to get to the 60s. It's been low 70s. And we've just had a wonderful time. We went to the flea market, of course, and we got this amazing witch. She is a wrought iron witch. On Sunday, we went to another spirit store in another town, and we had a great time and bought a few things. And it's just been a wonderful family weekend. I'm sorry I did not film at all for the past few days. It is a holiday for my family, and I've had company. I've been baking, I've been cooking big meals and enjoying myself very much, but I did miss you all, and I've tried to keep up with the videos. I've been watching them as much as I can, and I plan to keep doing that. But I really did miss you all and thought of you often, and hope that you had a wonderful weekend, and I pray that you have a beautiful brand new week filled with only good things. I have with me today my little darling Cohen Turner. Cohen is, of course, the Tory sculpt by Ping Lau, and he was brought to life by Chris Hayden from Tiny Heart Reborns. And every time I look at this boy, I just smile. Well, we're going to do a few tags today, and the first one that I want to do is Whatever You Want Monday by Dee over at the Baby Patch. I just love Dee. She has such a beautiful channel. She's such a sweet lady and so kind. What I wanted to show you is some of our fall and Halloween pillows. Now, I know there's a couple of new ones. Some of them you saw last year, so I won't even point those out. But look at this darling kitty that I found over in Walmart, I believe it was. Yeah, I think it was Walmart. It's adorable. The whole pillow is a kitty. I thought it's a good prop. I can even put the babies on it, lay the babies on it when I'm changing them. It is a black cat, of course, for Halloween, with orange inside ears and an orange nose. And he has like yellow eyes. And then, of course, his whiskers. Isn't he darling? And the second pillow I wanted to show you, you saw my kitty last year with a tail that actually is three-dimensional. And then I have, this is fall. Fall is my favorite. But this is another one that we just got. It's really darling. It's another owl pillow. And again, it's got the lamb's wool in the front. Two big eyes, a little beak, and look at the fuzzy hair at the top. It's another one that we can use as a pillow to dress the babies in and just enjoy them. So those are a few pillows, and that's for Whatever I Want Monday with Dee over at the Baby Patch. And the second tag we'd like to do today is Monster Monday, and that's sponsored by our dear little Gilly over at Gilly the Monster, our favorite nephew. First, we're going to start with Cohen's pajamas. They are from Old Navy. They are 3 to 6 months. They are like a charcoal gray. They look black, but they're not. They're charcoal gray. And they have all different kinds of monsters. There's a tan monster. There's a rust-colored monster. All of them have different faces and sharp teeth. It's a two-piece. It has a shirt and pants. And he loves it. I couldn't find it in Burke's size, but Cohen is thrilled to be able to model it today. So for Monster Monday, Cohen's pajamas are monsters, and he's sitting on a new blanket that we got at Mark's, which is a pharmacy. I don't know how many of you are familiar with that. It's a white blanket. It has gray bats and potions. It has some monsters with several eyes. It has purple witches' hats. There's some gold in it. There's a witch's broom. There's haunted house. And that is also for Monster Monday. And finally, from Gilly, I don't know, I'm sure everybody knows that Gilly sponsors Scentsy Buddies. Last year we bought Frankie, so he's not new, but we bought Frankie, who is a beautiful Scentsy Buddy from Allison and Gilly. And we just love him, and the kids adore him. I opened up the box today to get it out, and it smelled delicious. And that was a year ago that we bought him. So if you got to hop on over and see Gilly and Allison's Scentsy Buddy, they always have it in their description. Plus, if I remember, I'll put it in mine as well. I also would like to do new doll clothes by Jay over at J Dolls UK. This is a brand new outfit to our nursery, and no one's worn it before except Cohen. So we have that. So that's new doll clothes. Both Gilly, Allison, and Jay are wonderful channels. Please pop over and say hello, and make sure that you say hi to them from us too. And then finally, I'm going to do a tag by Lisa's Littles. It's a Halloween tag, and it's called Retro Halloween Costumes. And she said to pick the years that you were younger. That would be the 60s and 70s for me. My first trick-or-treats were in early 60s. So some of these are even a little bit newer than that, but I will try to fill it in. I do have a really cute story. Of course, my husband lived in Pennsylvania as a child, and I lived in Massachusetts. I just moved here after high school. I moved to Ohio. So I'm from Massachusetts. And of course, we didn't know each other. We had never seen each other. But both of us, he's 18 months older than I am, but both of us had our first Halloween the same year. And unbeknownst to us, we found out later from pictures, I was Olive Oil and he was Popeye. So I guess it was meant to be. These are the costumes, and if you watch Lisa's tag, you'll actually see pictures of them. These are those retro, old masks that were plastic, and then they came with costumes that were either silky or they had plastic masks, and sometimes they were plastic too. Like, for instance, this is not vintage, but it is a model of a vintage black cat. So that's the kind of costumes we're talking about. But go over and see Lisa's. She did a fabulous job, and she even put some pictures up. So let's get going. There were 8 either ors, and it's retro Halloween costumes. And for me, this would be the 60s and the 70s. Number 1 is Barbie or Cinderella. I never was into Barbie as a child, so I'd have to pick Cinderella. Although I have a love of monsters, Universal monsters, so I really liked spooky costumes, but I did the best I could at choosing the ones that weren't too scary. Number 2, Strawberry Shortcake or Raggedy Ann. There was no Strawberry Shortcake when I was a youngster, so I'll have to pick Raggedy Ann, and I think I even was Raggedy Ann one year. Number 3, Yogi Bear or Mickey Mouse. I actually love Boo Boo and Yogi Bear, so I would pick Yogi Bear. Number 4 is Skeleton or a Tiger. Definitely a skeleton. Anything spooky, I used to love it. Number 5, Fred Flintstone or the Smurfs. Again, Smurfs were a little bit later than me, so as a youngster, it would have been Fred Flintstone. And I think my brothers even went as Barney and Fred one year. I'm pretty sure. Number 6 is Spider-Man or Hulk. This is more for the guys, I think. But what it is I never really cared for either of them. But I did like the Hulk show with Bill Bixby, so I'll have to pick the Hulk. Number 7, Annie or the Cabbage Patch Kids. Again, Cabbage Patch was more my children, so I'd have to pick Annie, Little Orphan Annie. And finally, number 8, Wonder Woman or Bionic Woman. Again, both of these were before me, but I guess if I had to pick one, I'd pick Wonder Woman. This was a really fun tag, Lisa. Thank you so much for sharing it with us. Lisa's another channel you don't want to miss out. And I suggest if you want to see those retro costumes, pictures of them, go over and see Lisa's. I think she did it on Sunday. I'm pretty sure it was Sunday. So check that out. Check all the channels out. They're lovely ladies. They have beautiful babies. And I just, every time I see one of their videos, and I possibly can, I pop on and see them. Have a wonderful Monday filled with only good things. Aunties, uncles, cousins, loved ones, and friends, we love you with all our heart. We wanted to say, if you're at work, please come home safe to those who love you. And if you're at home, I know you're busy, but take some part of your day to put your feet up, relax, pamper yourself, and don't forget to eat some Halloween candy. God bless you. Mwah. We love you, and we'll see you real soon.